What's up, guys? It's your boy Scion, and I'm back. And what you're looking at right now is the Green Goblin in Marvel Heroes. Now, I got in there, got him to 60, had a little fun with him, made a build that's not contemporary compared to what everybody else is doing, but it's a build for me because I like to use it, and it's fun. Now, I like to point out that the Goblin uses two different types of energy, the damage. He uses physical damage, and he uses energy damage. Now, you can go either way. He has, like, the way his setup is for me, he's a hybrid. When you see like physical damage for the carpet bomb right there, and then energy damage for the bombs afterwards, and then you see physical damage right here, and then you see how it just in pumpkin does energy damage, and then it has extra damage from the lethal toxicity when you go to specialization. Then you see the next one, gas pumpkin, is energy damage. Impaling boost is physical damage plus the bomb is energy damage. Then you have the rocket barrage, which is always criticals. That is actually energy damage. So you can go energy and that would be fine because a lot of things will be buffed, but then you got 3 or 4 skills that won't be buffed. So you just think about it when you want to go out there. So let's go into the actual skills and the different trees. So we have Madman, we have Bag of Tricks, and we have glider weapons. I am not a fan of glider weapons. I was in the beginning. I was like, look at me run around with the glider, this is awesome. But then I started doing Bag of Tricks, and I saw how easier it was compared to glider weapons. I was like, yeah, I'm going over here. And that's kind of what happened. So his main basic energy spender, which doesn't really do much, is razor bats, which is cool because it's what he uses in the comic, and I like actually seeing those stuff that the character would use in the comic. Impaling boost is the next one, which is basically his little, like, you know, I like to use a little travel attack power. That's how I usually travel. I usually don't use the travel skill to do it, which that's just me. Like, it is what it is. You have Goblin Sparks, which is probably a better spender, but I'm gonna show you why I don't use this in a second. Glide, which I just didn't put a point into it because I need to go and do the new event and get those 3 points, and then I'll put a point into that, but I don't really use it anyway. And then he has his next two, which are passives, which is Strength over Sanity, which gives damage rating, critical hit rating, brutal strike, restore 13.5 per second when you're not using a spirit power, which is pretty good. And then you have +1 strength, plus 10% damage to physical powers. You and your allies gain power, increasing damage rating by 360 and move speed and everything else like that. Which, excuse me, that buffs physical, which is pretty good. Then you have over on this side the defense one, which I thought his defensive goblin, like the goblin form, the passive, I thought it was pretty good. Normally I kind of like put a little bit into the passives on the defense side and then try to get by, and then maybe later on if I have extra points I start putting things into the defense, but it's just too good not to do it. Defense rating an extra 1264, total defense rating at 25%, dodge plus up 843, dodge rating up 25%, maximum health 1433, regenerate 273 health per second, 100% of your maximum health, and when you are defeated, like, it's just too good. This is way too good. And then you have the final one, which is a special, which is Carpet Bomb, which I use as much as I can. It's just awesome. You have Pumpkin Bomb, as you can see right here. Pumpkin Bomb is what I actually use as my spender. I actually don't even use Razor Bats all that much. I use Pumpkin Bomb more because it's just funnier, to be honest with you. I'll show you. Gas Pumpkin, hallucinogenic pumpkin. Well, gas pumpkin basically throws out, as you can see here, it's an energy damage and damage over time, which is pretty good, and it does vulnerability. The enemy takes extra damage. So what I like to do is I throw gas pumpkin out and then do rocket barrage because that's going to crit automatically, and then throw out hallucinogenic pumpkin and the big one after that, and then maybe if I have a carpet bomb like this. So you see I'm just using bombs. I have 5 things that are bombs, and then the rocket barrage. Like, it's just funny. There's so much explosions and just stuff carrying on. I tried the Goblin Surprise, but I just didn't like it. It didn't suit me at all. And Sonic Toads, it seemed like they're dumb, to be honest with you. They just go wherever the hell they want to go, and I'm like, what the like, why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? So with the specialization, the big one, you can do various things. You use Ghost Cluster, which makes Goblin Surprise Shootout 4, and it's kind of like a whatever right thing. I didn't like it, to be honest with you. You had Fistful of Toads, which just makes 10 toads that just run out and look stupid and do nothing, so I wasn't too keen on that. But Lethal toxicity makes the hallucinogenic pumpkin excuse me, as you get now deal 50% damage and gains a cooldown and makes enemies vulnerable to damage over time effects for 8 seconds, which is pretty good, which you have damage over time from gas pumpkin, and you have damage over time from pumpkin bomb. So when I spam out those things, it's just like extra layer of damage, and it does pretty good at AoE. Now single target, he's a little bit lacking single target. I'm assuming that it probably would be better if you use your goblin sparks, because that's a, overall this seems like it would be better overall damage wise. So I might actually take this out and throw goblin sparks up in there for this and test that a little bit later. But for now I'm leaving it this way because it works and I haven't found any problems with it. But goblin sparks probably is a better choice over razorbacks. It probably definitely is. Anyway, goblin gunner, which I just thought was extremely lame. I didn't like it at all, to be honest with you. 25% extra damage while you're moving. I just like goblin gunner at all. Nitro boost, it seems like too much work to actually like to use this, so I wasn't keen on this at all. And then you would lose a hallucinogenic pumpkin, and I just didn't feel like doing that. Wing clip is actually really fun. It's the only thing that I feel sad about not having anymore in this tree. And remote control dive, which is also pretty fun and very strong, as you can see right there. You could go a complete physical build and it'd probably be pretty OP, and you won't have to worry about putting any type of energy or going hybrid or something like that. But it's just not fun to me, man. I like to have fun with my build, and I think that the bomber build, I think this is fun right here. So remote control dive, I did that already. Rocket barrage, which is an automatical critical. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. Does I sounded like freaking Tom Hanks, but whatever. And Oscorp laser, as you can see right there, so me getting Texas. Oscorp laser, I didn't really like that that much, and I didn't like engine upgrade. See, I didn't like serrated blades, and I didn't like vicious cycle, so I went with this specialization with the goblin, and of course the goblin cannon, which is just OP. Doesn't last that long, but it's OP enough. So the Omega system got changed, and that made things a little bit more interesting. And interesting for me because I was never a person who had this much fighting at that point in time, but now I can afford it and go into other things. So now I got hit fighting up to, I think I got 9 into fighting, so we're gonna get to that. So you see here, I basically just did 1 for the Tetra crystals. I didn't go anything else. I put 1 into the Assassin's program and Cockle Air Point, because that's all the points I had left at that time. Arcane attunement. And I'm experimenting with this. I'm probably going to take it out later, but I went with Chandelar. Get 60 brutal rating when you hit with a range power. Not bad. 30 and 30 for critical and damage. Nowhere. 1% chance on hit to call support of Star Wars ship. And you do like a cluster bomb and stuff like that. Just any damage. I've actually seen it. It actually seems like it works a whole lot more than 1%, to be honest with you. Minus 1% spirit cost. When you are hit below 50% health, your team gains base damage. So it's pretty good. You know, base damage of 1%. I don't know if it's base damage to you or the team up, but whatever. Excuse me. The moon, 30 deflect rating, 30 health. If you have at least 1 rank of the Earth node, you gain a 5% chance to surround yourself with a damage shield. Pretty good. I got 1 rank of the Earth node. Yay. Saturn, 60% damage rating to enemies targeting you. Oh, damage rating is always good. Killing spree, gain 12% critical hit and critical damage per 0.2 per level for 5 seconds to defeat an enemy. Stacks up to 5 times with a 1 second cooldown. So why not? This seems like it'd be pretty fun for killing a lot of enemies. Break world, 1% chance to hit to summon a damage amplification field, which I've seen that a lot. It happens way more than 1%, like a whole lot. I don't even know how that 1% is even tabulated, but it happens a lot. And then Zenla, 60% deflect, 60%. I mean, well, 60 deflect, 60 dodge rating, but it negatives 60 defense. Now, I had to think about that. I was like, why would I want to take defense? Because defense is actually better than deflect and dodge. But I just left it for now, just to see how it is. I want to see, but I think that might be a mistake. But I just left it for now anyway. Assault rifles, 1% of course, and then 1% base damage to enemies targeted you, and then reveal enemies on the mini map. I always like that. when you hit with a raised power and gain, you know, 12 critical, which I like that, and the critical damage. These are all inexpensive, but it just stacks up over long term. And then cover 1 spirit when you hit with a basic power. That's fine. I wanted to go into defense, and actually I have more points, so let me throw more points into that and just keep throwing this up. I just want to max that out because that's good energy defense and rating for everything else like that. And when you hit with a power, gain 8. Let's move over here. As you can see here with Warpath, I went 9 in. I didn't go all the way to 10 because I didn't feel like spending 225 points on it. Like 9 is enough. Of course, you gotta do Angel once to get to him. I went for the regeneration and then the brutal strike, damage, everything. I didn't do anything else here. And I usually always do this for people where I hit like whatever critical hit when you hit with a melee power, and it kind of works for whatever reason. With this, it's probably not supposed to, but it does. It's probably going to go away. So when it goes away, I will get rid of this. But for now, it does work with Razorbats. Don't know why. Don't ask. And probably I just told on myself, but also Gamma Sight. Gamma Sight also works, so I don't know. Whatever. Mr. Fantastic, you and your allies gain a defense rating. Of course, I just want to keep that because why not? Buff people. And then I went off to this with the XP regeneration per second. I ignored this so I could. This is just 1 point. That's just so I can get over to right here. And then get over to setting the ground on fire because I like that. And then I like the move speed and the attack speed. There's no reason to go any further because I don't have melee anyway, so there's no reason for me to go over there. So I'm just after going to this because I like to be faster and I like to attack faster. Over here I just went with the physical defense, the tactical, and I mean the physical and the total defense rating, which is good. Like that's very good for the amount of points that you get with it. You should definitely try to go in there and get more of that if you want to make your guy tanky. 5% chance when you hit to deal 18,000 damage. 4% for the regeneration. I mean I don't know why I stuck with percent. I went with 1 point for super serum for that strength. 3% base physical damage because there's a lot of things here that are physical. I didn't do much of energy. I'm probably, like, if I'm gonna play this a little bit longer, I'll probably start going a little bit into energy and trying to find uniques that can support that energy and damage. 60%. I mean, I get stuck with 60%. Why is that in my head? Anyway, 60 brutal damage rating for that 1 point. This is all basically where I started to run out of points anyway. So yeah, back to here. And my hero synergy, just to get to some gameplay, is Blade, Cable, Cyclops, the Hulk for more health, Luke Cage for his defense and physical damage. Of course, need that physical damage. Spirit on hit with Rogue, just for sustain a little bit, more sustain with She-Hulk and physical damage again. Storm for the Spirit, and War Machine for the Spirit and the fighting attribute, and Wolverine for the brutal strike and brutal damage. I think I said Cable already before his critical. Yep. Alright, so we're gonna get into some fighting. Okay, now going into some gameplay, I'm pretty much, wow, I'm just getting blown up tonight. Going to gameplay, I'm pretty much throwing out the gas bomb first. That gives out the debuff for the take extra damage, and then after that, I just start slinging. So, not that type of slinging. Don't get amped. I start slinging these bombs out. So let's go do that. Alright, so you throw out the gas, and then boom. Now, it doesn't actually allow you to throw out too many at a time. So you see I have 3 out, and I believe that is the limit. So, and you see I can actually use the pumpkin bomb as the spender. I can just keep spamming it out. I don't even have to do nothing else. It's just fun. Look at that. Look at that. Just killing them. Like, I'm not even doing anything else. But if you want to do it correctly, you want to throw out that gas bomb. Like, that's the correct way to do it. But if you want to cheese, you can do it that way. So, let me make sure I get some health here. Start letting them tee off on me. Trying to cheese. Now, the proper way to do it is throw out the gas bomb. Then I'm throwing out the hallucinogen bomb, and then I'm throwing out the big one to do that. Look at that big hit. I like that big hit. Then you can just throw, basically carpet bomb their asses. Yep. This is so much fun. Now, what I can also do if I want to go for big hit, so I throw that out. Let me find somebody who's actually going to be able to take. Oh, Coulson could take the hit, can he? Yes, we can. Let's see. Now I just use the rocket barrage, and that's instant crit. And I did that all with everybody who's inside of the gas right there. So I just start throwing damage out, throwing these bombs, and throwing layer on top of layer of damage out on them. Now the reason why I said that it's cool to use this as a spender, the pumpkin bomb, is because you could just keep going with it. Like you don't even have to like, and it's very inexpensive. Like watch, I could just keep throwing it out like that and just fast. Look at that. Like I'm spamming it hard right now. It's just funny. It's like rapid fire. Like how the hell is he throwing that many bombs that fast? And then to do it properly, you could just start, you know, doing your normal stuff like that. But he is awesome. I like the Goblin because he's funny. Now, single target, it's a bit of a problem, to be honest with you, because it doesn't feel like he's that strong single target, to be honest with you. I could be wrong because maybe I'm not, because I'm not using Goblin Sparks. Because usually your spender has a lot of your damage, you know, coupled together with other things. But I'm not feeling it. Now let me throw out his ultimate so you guys can see his ultimate and make sure. Let me throw out that, and let me make sure to actually hit him, because it'll be silly if I don't do that and I don't hit him. So boom, now I'm hitting him. Look at that. That's some cheese. It's alright. It could last a little bit longer though. I would like it to. That would be more fun. Let me get the crit cannons out there. Boom. I definitely gonna need just a little bit better gear. Just a little something. I think I did okay with it. I don't, for whatever reason, they don't want to give me this. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm getting pissed off with it, is screw you. I'm using the stream sword. I had an extra one. Cause they don't want to give me that unique. They just don't want to do it. They cheesing. So seeming how they don't want to do it, I just said, yep, stream sword. It works. But yeah, I like him. He's fun. Like he's just AoE city. Like this is like, I don't know what else to say besides just get you a bomber build and have fun. That's what I'm doing. I like characters that are different. If every character was the same and you always had to do something, you didn't have to think about it. Like, what kind of fun would we have? Like, that's not fun. It's not fun at all. Why is Spider-Man out here? Who the hell took you down? Anyway, so where do I have to go? I have to go down there. All right. Down we go. And I know I should be using glider, but whatever. I'll get glider later. Down we go. All right. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to wrap it up because there's nothing else that you really need to see right now. Yeah, Spidey. As you see right here, you know, this does okay, but I like using this as a spender. Because you can spam it. Throw out that gas. Like, look, you just spam it and just hit everything. And look, I'm like regaining spirit while I do it too. So let me throw out some more stuff. Throw out that bomb. Throw out the hallucinogen bomb. Damage layer. Get the cannon damage layer on top of there. And rinse and repeat. Now I'll throw out more of the gas bomb, the hallucinogen bomb, the big one, and then let's carpet bomb him. Make sure oh, he ran away from there. So, yep. Alright, so rinse and repeat. Gas bomb, hallucinogen bomb, big bomb. Now I'm out of spirit, so I go back to my... That took a long time to run out of spirit, so I can't complain. Like, I was really spamming right there. Alright, so again, gas bomb, hallucinogenic bomb, big bomb, cannons, rinse and repeat. Or if you want to be lazy, you just spam this out right there. And the other guy is over here. Let's go beat up on Punisher, give that gas bomb. Same thing, you know the drill. Get the cannon out there. He moved from the cannon, so I missed the cannon. It's fine. We just repeat it again. And yeah, that's it. Let's get the carpet bomb out here. Carpet bomb doesn't do as much damage as I thought it would. So I don't know. Maybe they need to do something about that sensor. It needs a little more oomph, in my opinion. It should cheese like Captain America, when Captain America has like no gear and be cheesing. Like, what's that about? And that's it. So yeah, I think he's the boss when it comes to AoE. I think he should have a little bit more single target. Maybe I could figure it out. Maybe the glider is supposed to be single target. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's okay, the glider, but I don't know, man. It seems like he just needs a little bit more single target, or maybe he's just not supposed to be single target. He's just supposed to be AoE. You never know. So other than that, you guys be legendary. I thank you for watching. Get you a Green Goblin because it's fun. I have a lot of fun with this bomber build, and I will catch you next video. Peace. Appreciate everybody who stops by and watches my channel. So if you'd like to see more of my videos, you can click the top right end card and see more of my videos on the playlist, or you can click the bottom right and subscribe to the channel. Once again, one love, and thanks for stopping by. Peace.